I'm Ted Berg, and this is the Baseball Show presented by Pepsi Max. I'm joined today by S&Y analyst Bob Ojeda. Bob, we're going through the pitches, breaking them down one by one, and today I want to talk about the curveball. First things first, how does a pitcher grip a curveball?
There's so many variations to a curveball, but the basic one is you choke it a little bit further back in your hand, and you try to grab this seam, and when you come through, everything is a fastball, and then when you're up top on your delivery, you pull here. The trick, all I want to do is get this ball to rotate forward. That's a curveball. Now, where I'm at on the seams, whether I have a big gap here, no gap here, it varies pitcher to pitcher. There's no standard curveball at the major league level, no standard grip. Usually, though, the thought process, I want to rotate this ball. I want to rotate it this way.
And what effect is that going to have?
Well, you know what you're doing is trying to change the eye level, because that ball's going to start a little higher, and then it's going to fall down. What I want, that's the trick to the thing. I want to get you up here and then chasing down. Up here, chasing down. My fastball doesn't do that, but if I can get you up here, it's not going to have effect and maybe get you to chase that out of the zone, but it's going to make my fastball look a little bit more effective as far as velocity coming at you.
You hear sometimes, well, this guy has a 12-6 curveball, this guy has more of an 11-5 curveball. Is that something guys control on purpose, or is that something more that is a natural function of their delivery?
It's a gift, yeah. You can't teach a 12-6. A 12-6 is simply like, picture a clock, 12 to 6. It is this break. It's next to impossible to teach. Sid Fernandez had an excellent one. Chris Young has one. 12 to 6, that's the toughest break to hit because it is coming literally straight down. Then you start to picture the clock again. 11, 10, you get these type of curveballs. They're a little bit easier to hit. They catch the plane of the bat a little bit better. So ideally a 12-6, not many have it, but the effect of a 12-6 is you really change an eye level and you're trying to hit a ball that's basically coming straight down with a bat that's going this way. Difficult to do.
Is there a location you want to avoid with a curveball?
You don't want to hang it. You don't want to slow your motion on any pitch. You don't want to let them know what pitch is coming. It's all got to be the same. But that lazy curveball that doesn't bite, it gets a big hump in it rather than a bite, that's the one that's easiest to hit. They can pretty much just square that up and send that one for a ride.
And when and how often should a pitcher use it?
Depends on his curve, depends on game situation, depends on the team, depends on his day. On any given day, see, all your percentages of pitches can go out the window. It depends on what you have that day. I can't live or die with one game plan in me. I have to be flexible. I can't pitch to you. I have to pitch to what I have that day. So some days, curveball's feeling great, breaking great, I'll use it a little more. Other days, that one's in my pocket. I still show it, I still throw it, because you're the hitter. You don't know that it's not very good that day. And as long as I don't hang it, but I keep using it, you have to keep thinking about it.
Well, let's talk about some of those percentages. These are the guys who threw their curveballs the most often last year. This is from Fangraphs. You see Wandy Rodriguez, a guy we're familiar with. We see him in the National League, threw his curveball 37.2% of the time. Obviously, that's a guy with a lot of confidence in the pitch. Is there any danger throwing it that often?
No, there isn't, as long as it's working. One thing at the major league level, if it's working, keep doing it. Don't change a thing if it's working, because it's all about getting people out. If you're going to throw 100% curveballs, if somebody can throw 100% at the major league level, keep doing it. You throw this many because they're working, and two things make it work. One, you can throw it for a strike. If you can't throw it for a strike, there's nobody going to swing at it, because every time they see it, they know it's going to be a ball. So you have to throw it for a called strike. Now, I got that mastered. Then I'm able to throw one that gets you to chase. Now, you're either going to get a piece of it, hit a ground ball, or you're going to swing and miss. That's what I want. And then the nasty one is the one that I can throw and paint you. I can backdoor and drop that over the corner. That's when you're really effective with, let's just say, the curveball right now.
We talk about a guy who can backdoor and drop it over the corner. If we look at the batting average against for this stat from 2011, you see up top, Tommy Hanson, a guy who bedeviled Ike Davis with that on opening day.
And a lot of people with that curveball. But as you see, if you look at his numbers, you know, if you got nothing to do and you want to look at numbers at home, look at how many swings and misses, called strikes he gets. That's why that pitch is so effective. He's able to throw it for all those things that make it effective. It becomes a pitch that you have to pay attention to. If I throw you a pitch that's never a strike, you're just going to disregard it. I might as well not put that one in my pocket. I might as well not throw that one.
And you see lower down the list, Cliff Lee and Justin Verlander, a couple of guys we also saw on the list of fastball effectiveness. Does a good curveball make your fastball more effective?
Absolutely. Anytime I give you different looks, I talked about eye level, now I'm talking about velocity, now I'm talking about break. Anytime I can do that, anytime I take a round ball, you've got a round bat, and I change the direction, I change the angle, I change the velocity, I change the sink, as you can see, the more variables, the more difficult time you're going to have hitting it.
Bob, thanks so much.
You're welcome, Tip.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the Baseball Show presented by Pepsi Max.